Hi, welcome to Liberty Tutorials Episode 2. Today we will be discussing little bits, where you make something that does something. Today we will be discussing how each of the different parts work. We'll be discussing parts list, how to put things together, what you can do with them, all that jazz. So first up, we have our power source. This is the power switch. You have a battery where your energy comes from, and that travels all the way to your power switch. You can have it on, you can have it off. This is the very base of your entire project. This controls the entire rest of the invention. Secondly, we have our route modules. These control the flow of the current. So modules like this one, it can come in on one point and come out on 3 different points, and you will have many different modules that you can use in this part of the invention that you're making. Secondly, we have the switches. These consist of dials, microphones, light sensors, pressure sensors. These control when your flow of energy is either on or it's off. So modules like your pressure sensor, it's off until you press the pressure sensor down and then it turns on. Or your microphone, it's off until you talk and then it turns on. Or lastly, your dial. Whenever it's turned all the way to the left, it's off, and then the more you turn it on, it slowly lets more energy go through. And then lastly, you have your output modules, such as this. This is the second something in the make something that does something slogan of little bits. So you can have anything from rotary devices to sound systems to fans to lights. So this is the last part of your invention with little bits. Energy goes in, you flip one of the switches, like your pressure switch when you press it down. The rotary device, it starts spinning, or the sound device, whenever you use the dial, you turn the dial up and it makes more sound. Or you have a fan, turn the rotary dial, and the fan either turns on or it stays off. And then lastly, the LED light. You can use things such as the microphone where you talk, LED light turns on. This is our little bits sample project. We made a pressure sensitive fan and a pressure sensitive light. So to start off the project, we have our power module, which is the battery with the connector to the on and off switch. This controls the entire project. From here, we go to our controller, which today will be our pressure sensitive sensor. This will connect by magnets. It's really easy. You just have to put it there and it will stick together. So this means that whenever I touch on the pressure sensor, that means it's on. When I take my hand off, it means it's off. And then our last one, which is our output module today, is a fan. So this just clips in. I have it backwards, it clips in, and now this is our project. So first, you just turn on the power module. And as you can see, the fan started to go a little bit and then it stopped. That's just the jolt of energy that comes through whenever you turn on the module from the battery. So after making this, what should happen is that when I press on the power sensor, this fan will turn on. So if I press down, the fan turns on. When I take my finger off, the fan stops. And the same thing happens with the light. Now, we have power module to sensor to light. So whenever I plug it in, we have the light. And whenever I cover up the pressure sensor, the light turns on. Let go, turns off. And these can do many other things with any other modules that you have. This can be a slider, it can just be a regular switch. It can be a light detector, so whenever you cover it up, the light turns on. Whenever you take your hand off, it turns off. These output modules can range from anything to sound machines, to lights. We have a black light, a fan, or any of those types of things. To find more helpful little bit tips, scan the QR codes now.